Hey, welcome back to another video. Tonight, or today, or what's left of tonight, we're at Fairy Pools in Noosa National Park. Been trying to get down here for a while, and so because I haven't been here before, I gave myself a little bit extra time to get down here. And wouldn't you know it, a bit of good luck for that extra effort of getting up early in the morning. Milky Way panorama over Fairy Pools. I only had like 20 minutes, so I'm sorry I couldn't film it and show you what I was doing on the tripod. Had Winston set up on the rocks, it was blowing a gale, surf spray, so I was cleaning the lens in between every single shot. I tried doing a long, like a 3-minute exposure for the foreground. It's still too dark, so I had the video light here. I put it up the end of Fairy Pools, and then that lit it up, and it makes it look really spectacular. So once I stitch that with the Milky Way, it should be pretty darn special. It's going to be like I think like a 7 or 8 panorama of the Milky Way for the night sky, and then another 7 or 8 for the foreground. So yeah, it looks pretty good in the back of the camera. Once I get it all together, hopefully it works out, and I'll show you that after the intro. And then we're going to get the sunrise here at Fairy Pools, spend an hour or so here and check it out. It's an amazing spot from what I've seen. Definitely worth the effort of getting up early and coming down. If you want to come for just a swim, it's like crystal clear granite rock like this, so it's pretty darn special. Definitely worth the effort. And anyway, let's hit that intro and go check it out. Right on. Radio, welcome back. Okay, so we've got a bit of light now, so I can have a bit of a chat to you. This is Fairy Pools, Noosa Headlands, Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia. Pretty amazing, isn't it? As you see, massive granite rock foundations. We've come here before. We did the Hell's Gates last time, which was an amazing sunrise, and that's what I was hoping for. You would have seen the Milky Way, which I shot from just over here, up on these rocks here, facing back this way, with the Milky Way over there, and hopefully that come up good once I've stitched it all together. And there's a big vertical panorama, about 6 or 7, so hopefully that come up right and you enjoyed that, because that was a bit of a bonus. I wasn't planning on that. I was giving myself plenty of time to get here so I'd get the sunlight in the morning. Sunrise is pretty quick here, and the sun was sort of over there. Didn't really get that Hell's Gate, that beautiful glow that just flooded everything. Didn't get that this morning, but there was a nice glow off the rocks here, and I think that's going to show up in the photos. So I've done a few different sets of photos here on the R6 M2 with the Nisi polarizer on. I've done focus stack, so down here vertical, I'm pretty wide. I'm out at about 24 mil at the moment. Sorry, I'm on a massive angle here, so if I fall ass up and knock everything in the water, you'll know what happened. It's about 24 mil, and it still needed a focus back, because I've got the leading lines of these rocks coming down. It looks absolutely amazing, and that beautiful turquoise water just here is really popping. We are getting some waves that are crashing through, like such as now, and that's sort of given that, but with the slower, because I've been shooting sort of on golden hour, it hasn't really affected because there's been a slow sort of exposure time, so it's still a smooth water. I'm expecting to get some more colour out of this well once we get a bit more sun up in the sky, and go from there. So I'm going to sit here and really focus on this and try and get a couple of nice shots. I've done the bracket. I'm going to try some long exposure stuff as well here and see what I get. And if any of them come up any good, I will show you. And also just shooting around, trying to work the area. Again, another reason why I come here. I got here like, I think, 4 o'clock in the morning. Gave me an hour and 10 minutes before sunrise. and that chance to get the Milky Way, which I really wasn't expecting. That was just a fingers crossed sort of a move. But yeah, give yourself plenty of time, and that's probably the main benefit out of coming early is I had plenty of time to get around this. I haven't been here before. Get around the situation, get around the area, see what's the best composition, work out about the Milky Way. Yeah, it gives me a chance to get that, and then I could still get around and get some other sunrise shots as well, and have a play and work out what I needed. And this worked out pretty good. This shows you the whole Fairy Pools. That's what the video is about, to show you this beautiful spot. It's a little bit of a climb down and over some rocks. Good boots. Got the Danners on, the 650s, and I definitely would have gone ring up many times. Slippery, got that surf mist, so constantly cleaning lenses and stuff like that. But the rags and wet, slippery rocks always have good shoes. So, especially in the dark, make sure you're safe. So yeah, anyway, we're going to do some more shooting, and I'll come back to you, and I'll show you these first shots here of Fairy Pools. Hope you enjoy it as much as I do. It looks pretty spectacular. What a morning. Worth getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife's going to kill me, but you got to take these things, don't you? So it come up pretty good. So I did some ND1000s, and it's about 2 minutes 50 for the foreground and about 34 seconds for the sky. So I'll have to blend those two in. There's just too much dynamic range there with the ND1000 to do it. As you can see, we've got paddlers, we've had jet skiers and all sorts go past this morning. So now I'm finished up here. I'm going to move down to the front section. You can just see, I guess, just here where the water's flowing out. There's all little barnacles and everything over, and there's a little waterfall where the Fairy Pool's sort of trickling out. And there's some green moss and coral, and there's a little bit of colour there. So I'm going to get at that, and then also shoot back up here too. So pack up the Shimoda and all the gear and the Canon and the everything else, and move down there, and that'll be the last one, and I'll talk to you soon, and then we'll be finished. So if any of these photos worked out, here they are now. Chuck them up. Check them out. Christ, I hope they're right, because it was a long morning. Righto, talk to you shortly. Done and dusted. Had a great morning. The shots this way weren't too bad. Maybe might work. Not as good as coming back this way. The light sort of bounces through the water a little bit better coming this way, sort of get that, and there's a little bit of wind picked up as well. Shots over there with the coral, maybe not, a few waves, a little bit tricky, a bit dynamically, and it looked, because these mollusks or whatever they are really white, sort of really bright, and sort of doesn't, hopefully the texture will come out in it. I'll see what I can do when it gets back in the, when I get to play with the raw file, and go from there. That beautiful morning, time to go. We're done and dusted, done here. Canon, got some nice shots here, just did some ones back in, even some close-up ones, just trying to show off that beautiful rock as well. Hopefully we can get something out of it. If there's any more nice photos, I will chuck them up now and you can have a look at them, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I think today's lesson, we're going to have to go with, yeah, come early. Yeah, that Milky Way pano, if that comes out alright, I'll be absolutely wrapped, because that makes getting up that hour earlier than what I was going to worth every little second. So yeah, definitely give yourself some time. If you can't get down the day before to suss out and work out what you want to do, at least get here half an hour to an hour before you actually want to shoot, so you've got time, you're not rushing around like mad ass fly. It's always bad enough trying to deal with light and sunrises and the end of Milky Way, when the Milky Way core is going below the horizon, so you never have enough time anyway. So give yourself that chance, that little bit of breathing space. I think is probably today's lesson, and it's a good one, and it worked well for me today. I'm glad I did it. I didn't feel that good when I got up out of bed, and yeah, but I do feel a lot better for the whole thing now. So we'll walk back to the car, then go get some breakfast and go home. I will see you all next week. And apologies for last week's video, the end of the world video for the drone. It was, for whatever reason, when I brought out the Premiere Pro, it added like 3 minutes extra of just black space. So just thanks for Drone Adventures for letting me know about that, and hope you can use that time for meditation. Breathing, just breathe. Use that for breathing time, and tell the boss that you need to have your breathing space. Alright, I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe. Peace. We are done like a dinner.